President, the Senate will soon vote on the nomination of California Attorney General Xavier Becerra to lead the Department of Health and Human Services. Moving this nomination forward required an additional procedural step and more floor debate than others, so I will make just a few quick points this afternoon. First, in our lifetime, America has never faced a greater public health challenge than the pandemic we face today. The Department of Health and Human Services is our point agency, the leading agency, to coordinate the effort to end the pandemic as soon as possible. Right now, for example, it's coordinating the distribution of vaccines. It's working to get PPE, the critical protective equipment, into the hands of nurses and doctors and all those providers who desperately need more of it. The department supports rural hospitals to keep them afloat so that rural patients have access to care. The department's work includes the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, the Centers for Disease Control, the National Institutes of Health, the National Guard, all 50 states and the District of Columbia, as well as private health care systems, doctors, and many individuals across the country. The American people, we all know, are ready for this pandemic to end. They certainly understand that having a person to coordinate the critical efforts of the Department of Health and Human Services, confirmed and on the job, is part of that effort. There simply is no argument for delaying this confirmation any longer. Attorney General Becerra has the right leadership experience and the right health policy experience to succeed in this critical job. He currently heads the nation's second largest Department of Justice. He is in charge of a $1 billion budget and more than 4,000 employees. He's the top law enforcement official in what would be the 5th largest economy in the world. In terms of health policy, which has been the area I've tried to specialize in, I can tell senators that Xavier Becerra has spent years and years on these issues at the Ways and Means Committee, the key committee in the other body with jurisdiction over health care. He's been through major policy debates, including the Affordable Care Act. As California's Attorney General, he defended the act in court. When the pandemic hit, he fought to protect the health and well-being of all Californians, particularly nurses and doctors and those workers who found themselves in harm's way. Attorney General Becerra has the health policy savvy and the leadership savvy and the experience in both areas to run this department, no question about it. Attorney General Becerra made it clear to members of the Finance Committee that he will follow the law. Quaint idea. He said it again and again in response to a barrage of questions. He's going to be accessible to senators. He's going to work to find common ground on key health care issues. And I was glad he said it, because that's heavy lifting. Most of the time, that's really all you can ask of nominees of the other party. Health care is oftentimes a divisive subject. I think every senator understands that. It's particularly true when it comes to women's health care. But it's clear to me that Attorney General Becerra wants to bring the two sides together. That's a great place to start after the last 4 years of knockdown, drag-out battles over health care issues that clearly took America in the wrong direction. I'm going to close with just one thought about why this position is so important. I don't know of any prospect more unifying among Americans than ending the pandemic and getting life back to normal as quickly as possible. Parents want their kids back in school. Grandparents want to hug their grandkids. Everybody wants to feel safe and get out in their communities. Getting our country to that point is the essence of what this job is all about. Heading the Department of Health and Human Services focuses exactly on those things people want to have the country come together on, what we need to come together to beat the pandemic, and the department needs its leader confirmed and on the job now. I was pleased that there was bipartisan support for discharging Attorney General Becerra's nomination from the Finance Committee. I hope the Senate gives his nomination bipartisan support once again when it's time to vote on his confirmation. I look forward to working with him in the months and years to come. I yield the floor.